Connecticut News at 6.
And now at 6, we're keeping our eye on some summer storms that have been popping up across the state since early this afternoon. Parts of the state are under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. Storm Tracker meteorologist Anthony Carpino will join us shortly with the full picture. Thanks for joining us tonight. For the News at 6, I'm Mike Hyde.
And I'm Keisha Grand. We begin.
It has mold in there. We just took refrigerator, stove out.
Horrific conditions a Vietnam veteran is living in on Detroit's west side. How his family is desperate for help. That's coming up.
It's a popular summer tradition in the Port Huron area. We're talking about the float down. We're going to tell you why the Coast Guard is sending a strong message of safety to anyone who attends.
New polling shows a tight race between Vice President Harris and former President Donald Trump as Harris heads into the Democratic National Convention next week. Former President Trump trying to claw back some of that momentum. I'll have the details coming up.
I'm meteorologist Laurie Fenton. Still pretty mild out, temperatures in the 70s and dry conditions, but rain is on the way. You'll have your full forecast. The news is next.
Working for you. Fox 2 News at 10 starts now.
Tonight, a case for the Fox 2 problem solvers. A family needs help with a hoarding situation.
You're watching Fox 26, and now the Emmy Award-winning newscast, Fox 26 News at midday.
We begin this midday with breaking news. 5 people are now facing charges in connection with the death of actor Matthew Perry. According to a press release from the U.S. Attorney's Office, they include the actor's assistant, 2 doctors, and a person referred to as the ketamine queen. Perry was found face down in his hot tub last year. The medical examiner's autopsy report ruled the 54-year-old's death an accident, but noted that ketamine was the primary cause of death. The report mentioned Perry was getting ketamine infusion therapy for treatment of anxiety and depression. But an investigation was underway to figure out why he had so much of the drug in his system. This is a developing story, and we will keep you up to date on air and online at kmph.com.
Si usted es amante de los animalitos.
Familiares y amigos despiden a joven que fuera atropellada la pasada semana por una patrulla de un oficial de la policía de Dallas.
Y estudiantes del distrito escolar de Valley View regresan hoy a su primer día de clases, un día agridulce. Y este jueves 15 de agosto hay más patrullaje en 2 vecindarios del Metroplex. Muy buenos días, les saludan Alía Fiesta.
Más de 330,000 estudiantes de las escuelas públicas de Miami-Dade regresaron a clases hoy. Tenemos un resumen de la jornada escolar.
Impactante video. La policía comparte los momentos de una persecución de un vehículo robado que terminó con el sospechoso arrestado.
Temor en todo el continente por la posibilidad de nueva ola migratoria de venezolanos. Verá qué dijo hoy la Casa Blanca.
Nueva oportunidad de trabajo para profesionales de la salud que no estudiaron en Estados Unidos. Te decimos dónde y cuándo.
Y rinden homenaje al legado de más de 60 años de reconocido periodista nicaragüense. Te contamos su impactante historia.
Fuertes tormentas en el sur de la Florida, varias advertencias por inundaciones, más de 2 pulgadas de lluvia que han caído.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Muy buenas tardes. Les saludamos Gloria Ordaz. Arlena tiene el día libre.
Y por aquí Maylene Gañúa, gracias por acompañarnos.
I'm Cheryl Coonan live in downtown Flint. We're kicking off another day of Back to the Bricks fun. Coming up, we'll tell you everything you can expect all weekend long and take you on a tour of some of those classic cars.
Plus, a ransomware attack impacting the city of Flint, what it means for city services and what's being done to resolve it.
And we take a live look outside from our Flint Skycam this morning. Rain in the forecast. Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Christina Burkhart shows us when and where.
Covering Flint, Saginaw, Bay City, and Midland. This is ABC 12 News This Morning.
Happy Friday to you, 6 o'clock on this August 16th.
Yes, a lot of us making plans for the weekend and really can't dodge those raindrops out there, Christina.
A man is dead after a shooting outside a courthouse in central PA, the latest on the investigation. Plus, both presidential candidates are campaigning in Pennsylvania this weekend, and the next debate has been set. It's all next on Newswatch 16 at noon.
Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is Newswatch 16 at noon.
We're learning more about a deadly shooting outside a courthouse in our area. The latest on the investigation is our top story on Newswatch 16 at noon. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Nikki Kreis. Rennie is off. The Northumberland County Courthouse in Sunbury is closed today after a deadly shooting.
Una reciente demanda ha revelado que hackers habrían obtenido acceso a la información personal de millones de personas en Estados Unidos, incluyendo números de seguro social.
Llega el viernes, planes para el fin de semana. ¿Cuál será el pronóstico? ¿Tendremos o no lluvia? Y por supuesto, la sensación de temperaturas en nuestra región. Más adelante.
La subrepresentación de las latinas en puestos corporativos de nivel básico solo empeora a medida que ellas avanzan sus carreras. Más en su segmento Tu dinero es tu futuro.
Ya es viernes 16 de agosto, soy Alexandra Martínez y les doy la bienvenida a Noticias Telemundo Georgia del mediodía. Gracias por elegirnos. Comenzamos con la información.
Un hispano acusado de matar a un hombre a balazos compareció en tribunales hoy donde se mostró la grabación del acto. Autoridades acusan a un supuesto traficante de drogas por la muerte de un hombre que falleció por una sobredosis de fentanilo.
Noche del viernes, llegan las tormentas a nuestra región. La madrugada tendrá lluvia, pero ¿qué sucede el sábado y el domingo en nuestra región? Se lo muestro más adelante.
Y varios negocios en el condado de DeKalb están siendo saqueados por vándalos que destruyen las tiendas para entrar a robar. Muy buenas noches, les saluda Ademar Montañe. Gracias por estar con nosotros en Noticias Telemundo Georgia a las 11 y así comenzamos.
Coming up, parents react to Louisiana law requiring the 10 Commandments displayed in all public classrooms. And an escaped killer was caught. These stories and more start now. Good evening and welcome to ABC 31 News at 6. I'm Kyra Davis. The new law in Louisiana.
Coming up on News 5 Today weekend, home sales across the state are slowing down. Hear why experts say now is a great time to become a homeowner. Plus, the Pikes Peak Regional Air Show kicks off today. We have everything you need to know about traffic delays as the celebration continues throughout the weekend. And this weekend will definitely feel like summer. We'll let you know just how hot it will be right now on News 5 Today weekend.
This is KOAA News 5 Today.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us on this Saturday. I'm Kiera Salmon. Meteorologist Alex O'Brien is in for Casey Doran and joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the team,
Thank you.
Kiera.
Yes, I'm new.
Yes, brand new. This is your first show. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm a long way from home, from Texas, but I'm enjoying Colorado so far.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Live from Utah's news leader. Fox 13's Good Day Utah Weekend Edition starts right now.
And now on Good Day Utah Weekend at 7, rain returns to the state this weekend with some risks of flash flooding. We're keeping an eye on the forecast. Meteorologist Dan Pope has all the details. Plus, Utah loses former state senator Karen Maine. We're going to hear from one lawmaker on Maine's impact in the state and on other lawmakers. And new tech installed to make a crosswalk in Cottonwood Heights a little safer. This project that has been 2 years in the making. Good morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. 7 o'clock right now. Talking back to school season. A lot of kids getting back to school last week. A lot more will start again.
A local daddy-daughter dance brings joy throughout West Tennessee with a sneaker ball.
Some drivers ignoring school bus signals makes residents worried for kids' safety.
Plus, the challenge first-time homeowners face.
Now, from West Tennessee's News Channel, This is 7 Eyewitness News. Good morning, West Tennessee, Saturday.
Good morning, West Tennessee. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Emily Goodwin.
And I'm Ryan Brooks.
And I'm Brian Davis. Welcome in on this stormy morning, guys. It was really coming down out there.
Yes, it really is. It's pretty stormy outside.
Live and on your side, you're watching WBRC Fox 6 News. Good day, Alabama weekend.
And this morning, new video showing strong storms hitting parts of our area, leaving roads closed and trees toppled. We'll have an update on the cleanup efforts. And Birmingham police are asking for your help solving a homicide, why they say this surveillance video could help crack the case. And a new law ensuring schools in our state are prepared for a cardiac emergency. We'll take a look at the plan and how they say it can help protect your students. Good Sunday morning, everyone. It is 8 o'clock, and we're glad you're here. We got a lot to talk about this hour, but first, let's start off with Matt Daniel in the weather department over there.
This is WSMV4 News Today.
Metro Police are trying to figure out what led up to a shooting on Medina Avenue. Thank you for joining us on WSMV4 News Today at 6. I'm Danielle Ledbetter. We know one person is dead. The shooting happened at the Richland Hills apartment right outside of Building S last night after 10. Right now, information is limited. But
from WNDU TV, this is 16 News Now at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on 16 News Now this Sunday. I'm Natasha Casal. We begin with a developing story as South Bend police are investigating an early morning shooting that injured 2 people.
From your local trusted news source, WVLT News starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, August 19th. Thanks for watching WVLT News. I'm Olivia Calfee, and we want to get this morning started with a check of your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley, who is still tracking just a couple of those showers left today.
Yeah, good morning. And first alert forecast, we told you we'd have a couple left over today. They're actually still flowing down from Kentucky into East Tennessee.
Right now on 10 News Today, in a few hours, the jury will continue its deliberation of an Anderson County death penalty trial. We continue our coverage about when we can expect a verdict.
And it's going to be another pleasant day. Guess what? Temperatures trending well below average. We'll talk details about how warm it's going to get for the rest of this week coming up.
And a look at a local organization providing help to boaters who need non-emergency help. How T-BART operates on Tellico Lake today, Monday, August 19th, 2024.
10 News in High Definition is sponsored by Premier Family of Dealerships. 10 News on WBIR starts now.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us here on 10 News Today. I'm Mariah Katene alongside meteorologist Rebecca Sweet. We hope you all had a great weekend.
Live on your side. Now at 11. Starts right now.
Good morning. Welcome into Now at 11. I'm Claire Huddleston. We're glad you're with us today. Right now, people in parts of Alabama, including our viewing area, are dealing with cleanup after some strong storms moved through over the weekend. You're looking at storm damage in the Foster's community in West Alabama near Tuscaloosa.
Coverage you can count on. This is the Wabash Valley's most watched newscast with John Swanner and Storm Team 10 meteorologist Brady Harp. This is News 10 Midday.
The stage is set in Chicago for the Democratic National Convention. We'll tell you what to expect as President Joe Biden is behind the mic tonight. And a tragic end to a missing woman's story as police find her dead. We'll tell you what's next in this investigation. Good afternoon. Welcome to News 10 at midday. Weather-wise, we're off to a good start for this Monday. Storm Team 10's Brady Harp joins us now with a forecast preview. Good afternoon, Brady.
Hey, good afternoon. Yeah, comfortable outside. Lower 70s at this moment, upper 60s.
Right now at 4:30, this is it. Chicago is hosting the Democratic National Convention, an event that has been months in the making.
We continue our team coverage today, looking at not just what's happening right now, but also what is next. Allison Rosati and Stephen Holt are at the United Center, where President Biden will take the stage tonight.
closer to the Gaza border. A story of resilience and hope. Please take care of yourself and each other.
Oh, Mr. Sheffield. Oh, Al. Our very little house on the prairie.
You should see this place. It's just paradise.
Now at 5, the Democratic National Convention finally kicks off in Chicago. We're taking you President Joe Biden.
And we have you covered outside as well of the United Center as protesters march through the streets to have their message heard about the nation's and want the nation's attention on what they have to say.
And lessons from the past, how demonstrations during Chicago's NATO summit are helping to guide Chicago's response to protests during the DNC. The NBC 5 News at 5 starts now.
It is opening day of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. We have live coverage of the politics, the protests, and the history that will be made as our city is the focus of the nation during this heated presidential race. Good evening. I'm Allison Rosati.
And I'm Stephen Holt. It is great to be with you tonight live from the United Center.
This is CBS News Chicago.
Now at 6, history unfolding at the United Center in Chicago. Democratic political heavyweights packing the Democratic National Convention. President Joe Biden getting ready to take the stage, telling Americans why Vice President Kamala Harris should lead the country. A timeline of what to expect on this first night. Outside the UC, a massive protest as demonstrators take to the streets, demanding change.
We need a ceasefire now.
We have a team of reporters ready to bring you the news from inside the convention to the streets and everything in between. Great to have you with us. I'm Joe Donlin.
And I'm Erica Sargent, broadcasting live to you at the United Center. It was just, about 5:38 that the call to order happened, about 22 minutes or so past when it was scheduled. But now we are in to the speeches here at the DNC on the first.
Here at WTVY, our commitment to the community doesn't end as soon as the newscast is over. We're proud to represent and serve the Wiregrass 24/7.
Evolving through the decades, 7 to be exact, but who's counting?
Keeping you connected, informed, and always prepared with the Forewarn Weather Team.
To anyone calling this community home, you're the reason we're the most watched local station.
Thank you for making WTVY your hometown news leader.
They just started fighting, and somebody pulled out a taser from out of nowhere, and one girl was getting jumped.
Well, a terrifying situation broke out today at Davidson High School. We have the video that appears to show a student with a taser. We'll have more coming up in a live report.
Here's a little drier out there this evening. We had a decent day. This dryer will hang around for a couple of days. We'll talk about that and the benefits of that in your forecast coming up.
And for the first time since the crash, we're hearing from the friends of Sumner Howard. He's the motorcyclist who died after a collision with an MPD vehicle last month. Fox 10 News at 9 starts right now.
First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 News starts now.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us tonight on Fox 10 News at 9. I'm Ariel Mallory. The night team has you covered. Let's get started.
Live on your side. First at 9 starts with breaking news.
That breaking news, Vice President Kamala Harris making a surprise appearance at the Democratic National Convention tonight. The VP's formal acceptance speech happening this Thursday, but she did take the mic to briefly acknowledge former President Joe Biden.
Live on your side. First at 9 starts right now.
We continue to monitor the Democratic National Convention where President Joe Biden is expected to speak.
The first night of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago continues. How an expert says the tone this week could shape the party in Alabama and beyond.
And shocking video tonight showing shots fired at an Airbnb in College Hills. The fortunate news and how the company is responding tonight.
And we'll have some cooler mornings this week where you'll get some major heat relief. But I'll talk about how your weekend's looking, plus that 10-day forecast right here at 10.
Live on your side, WBRC 6 News at 10 starts right now.
New at 10, night one of the Democratic National Convention happening right now in Chicago. President Joe Biden, who was originally the party's choice for the nomination, is expected to pass the torch to current Vice President Kamala Harris.